Hello everyone, we are talking about hybridization, the mixing of different orbitals which have closer energy levels to form new orbitals with the same energy level is called hybridization. The new orbitals are called hybrid orbitals. Hybridization occurs between two or more different types of orbitals, generally S, P or D orbitals, and you learned them. What are S, P, D and F orbitals? For example, there are three types of hybrid orbitals which may occur between S and P orbitals, Sp, Sp2 and Sp3 hybrid orbitals. There are three possible type of hybrid orbitals between S and P orbitals, Sp, Sp2 and Sp3 hybrid orbitals. It is not possible to form hybridization with the same orbitals like SS and PP. It is not possible to make the hybridization with the same orbitals. Possibility of hybridization types can be changed according to the group. In the first A group, there is no any possible hybridization type. In the second group elements, group 2A elements of the periodic table can undergo Sp hybridization. Group 3A elements can undergo Sp2 hybridization, and 4A element can make Sp3 hybridization.
The first type of hybridization is Sp hybridization. Sp hybridization is possible in the second A group element, like beryllium. We know that there is no any unpaired electron in the beryllium atom. For that reason, beryllium is not able to do any covalent bond in the ground state. But in the excited state, one electron passes from s orbital of beryllium to p orbital. After the process, s orbital should has one electron, p orbital should has one electron, and it will be Sp hybridization, because we said that hybridization is mixing orbital to make new orbitals, and these orbitals are hybrid orbitals. These orbitals are hybrid orbitals, Sp hybrid orbitals. Why we call it Sp hybrid orbital? Because one orbital should be S, another should be P. Because of that, we call it Sp hybrid orbitals, and type of the hybridization is Sp hybridization. Result of the process, it is possible to make two valency of beryllium. Beryllium can do a compound with fluorine like that, BeF2, and we can see it here. One beryllium can react with two fluorine atoms to make a compound with two fluorine atoms. And if we look at the figure here, we can see blue orbitals are fluorine orbitals. These are p orbitals. And which orbital placed at the middle? It is Sp orbital, Sp hybrid orbital. And in FBEF, the two bonds are formed by the overlap of Sp orbital with p orbitals. So it is the Sp hybridization type. The another type of hybridization is Sp2 hybridization. We call the hybridization types according to their letters: Sp, Sp2, Sp3. If we say Sp2, it means one s and two p orbitals should be participate in the Sp2 hybridization. But it is a ground state of the boron. Boron is a 3A group element, and Sp2 hybridization type is possible in the 3A group element. It is the normal state, ground state of the boron. In the Sp2 hybridization, we need 3 single electrons in the orbitals. In the ground state of boron, we can see just one single electron. In the excited state of boron, we can see 3 single electrons. At the final, in the Sp2 hybridization, we can see three same orbitals, which one of them from s orbital, two of them from p orbitals. It is sp2 hybridization. We can see this type of hybridization in the shape of the orbitals. As we know, s orbital is illustrated by a spherical shape, and p orbitals are dumbbell shape. But in the hybrid orbitals, we said that hybrid orbitals should be same. Hybridization is mixing two different orbitals to make new orbitals. So it is and we can see three new orbitals, one from s and two from p, and it is sp2 hybrid orbitals. If we look at the example, we can see the formation of boron 3 fluoride compound. So at the beginning, in the ground state of boron, we can see just one unpaired electron, but in the excited state, we can see three unpaired electron in the boron orbital. So we can connect the boron with three fluorine atoms, because the valency of fluorine are just one, and here also one, but valency of boron is 3. Boron has 3 valence electron, and in the hybridized state, boron is able to make 3 covalent bonds, and it is the sp2 hybridization. If you look at the picture, we can see 3 blue orbitals, which are 3 blue orbitals. Blue orbitals shows p orbitals, which having by fluorine atoms, and at the middle we can see yellow orbital. It is hybridized sp2 orbital, sp2 hybrid orbital. To make sp3 hybridization, we should use a 4a group element, because in the 4a group elements orbitals we have 2 unpaired electrons, and we need to pass 1 electron from s orbital to another empty p orbital. So after the process, we will have 4 unpaired electron in the carbon atom. If we look at the figure, we can see 1 s orbital and 3 p orbitals in the carbon atom. But after the exciting process, after the hybridization process, we will have 4 identical sp3 hybrid orbitals. You can see the shapes are same, but just directions are different, because the orientation of 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals is tetrahedral structure. There is an example here. Show the kinds of hybridization when the carbon atom bonds with chlorine. And firstly, we have to write the electronic configuration of the carbon. In the electronic configuration of the carbon, we can see 2 unpaired electron in the carbon orbitals and 1 paired electron in the s orbital. It is ground state. In the excited state of carbon, we can see 4 single electrons, and when the carbon and chlorine atoms react each other, they should overlap their electrons, their single electrons each other. So all chlorine atoms able to make 1 covalent bond, but carbon is able to make 4 covalent bonds, because it has a sp3 hybrid orbitals, and they should match each other, they should overlap each other to make 4 covalent bond. And you can see this overlapping process. You can see at the final the molecular structure of the carbon tetrachloride is like that, should be like that, and the overlapping process should be like that. Blue orbitals show the p orbitals of for each chlorine atoms at the center. Carbon atom sp3 hybrid orbital shown by a yellow orbital. It is sp3 hybrid orbitals, and it is shown by a yellow structure.